Tank, what's your prediction of your upcoming fight with Lamont Roach?
He's gonna sleep for sure. Soften him up.
Gervonta Davis sees himself as an unstoppable force in boxing, a true champion, and knockout artist who has taken down opponent after opponent. But when Lamont Roach stood across from him at their latest face-off, he didn't flinch.
Yeah. Tank all day, baby. Tank all day. He's working. He's working.
Roach looked past the confidence, some might say arrogance, and straight into Davis's eyes. Their fight, set for March 1st at New York's Barclays Center, has the boxing world buzzing. Davis's belief in himself is as strong as his left hook, and his recent claim that he plans to retire by the end of the year has only added fuel to the fire. Some see it as a bold move, others as a contradiction, but either way, it is people talking.
Now, it's cool. At the end of the day, I got one goal. It's only gonna be one winner. That's gonna be me. Whether you're gonna lay down or you're gonna get down.
Fans are divided. Some are eager to see how Davis closes out his career, while others are frustrated with his choice of opponents. Roach Jr. is the latest name on a list of fighters critics call easy matchups, with big names like Shocker Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and Raymond Muratalla waiting for their shot. Many wonder why Davis hasn't picked a tougher challenge to cement his legacy. But in a recent interview with fellow Baltimore native Gilly, Davis didn't shy away from the criticism.
Actually took this fight for the naysayers and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together.
He's blunt and unapologetic. Skill for skill, none of these guys can compete with me. Nobody, he said with complete confidence. In his mind, he's already levels above the entire lightweight division. Then, he took it a step further, making a statement that caught everyone off guard. My skills are way better than Floyd's. If I'm at my best, well, yeah, I take that back. Probably hand in hand. Realizing the weight of his words, Davis quickly second-guessed himself. His relationship with Floyd Mayweather has always been complex, and while comparisons are inevitable, claiming to be better than his former mentor certainly raised eyebrows.
9th round. What? I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at 9th.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a 9th?
Davis isn't the only one talking. Roach fired back, saying Davis was getting ahead of himself. He sees himself as the next WBA lightweight champion and has been training relentlessly. For this fight, he's not bothered by being the underdog, it only fuels him. Meanwhile, boxing strategist Terrence Crawford weighed in, saying only a few fighters, like Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, have the skills to truly expose Davis's weaknesses. Despite the debate, Davis remains locked in, convinced he's an unstoppable force.
Now, I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
However, confidence doesn't equal perfection. While Davis's power and knockout record are undeniable, some argue his technical skills still have gaps. He's known for his explosive offense, but his defense, head movement, and ring control often go unnoticed. Respected boxing analyst Timothy Bradley recently said in an interview that Davis is an exceptional infighter but needs to face tougher competition. Only by fighting opponents like Stevenson or Muratalla, he argued, can Davis truly prove he belongs among the all-time greats.
Davis just said in a new interview that Lamont Roach Jr. is more skilled than Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin.
He more skillful than Ryan Garcia? Yes. Skill-wise, he hit harder than Ryan Garcia? I don't know. Skill-wise, he's better.
Isaac Cruz's name always comes up in these discussions. Though not the most technical fighter, Cruz went the full 12 rounds against Davis, showing that his aura of invincibility isn't unbreakable. If Cruz could avoid a knockout, what would happen if Davis fought someone with elite skills and strategy? Many fans want answers, but Davis's current choices have kept that question unanswered. His self-belief could be his biggest strength or his biggest flaw. If Roach comes in on March 1st with the right strategy, an upset could be on the horizon.
Is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back from defeat to be a world champ. I think it'll do a good 450, 500.
For Roach, this fight is personal. He's not just stepping into the ring for a paycheck, he's settling an old score. Back in 2011, when they were young amateurs, Davis beat Roach twice. Those losses have stuck with him for over A decade. Now, with the WBA lightweight title on the line, he's determined to rewrite history. Roach hasn't been shy about his intentions. On Valentine's Day, he turned a simple social media post into a viral moment, writing, "Roses are red, violets are blue. March 1st sounds like something new." His message was clear: he's coming for Davis's belt. Davis, never one to back down, responded with his own version. "Roses are red, violets are blue. March 1st sounds like, don't worry baby, you'll be home soon from the hospital."
And I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
On my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say it's cap? And you gonna say it's cap?
The heated exchange only built more anticipation for a fight. Years in the making. Both fighters know what's at stake: pride, legacy, and the championship belt. But not everyone believes Roach is the one to dethrone Davis. In a recent interview, Terrence Crawford shared his doubts, questioning whether Roach has the mental toughness to go the full 12 rounds. Against a fighter like Davis, they might have a little skill here and there, Crawford said, but mentally, they won't be able to keep up for the whole fight.
What champ? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at. All right.
Let's be honest, Davis's record speaks for itself. With 30 wins and 28 knockouts, he has dominated nearly every opponent, leaving behind a trail of fallen fighters, including big names like Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. But Roach isn't worried about stats. His focus is on breaking Davis down physically and mentally. He knows Davis thrives on getting into his opponent's heads before landing the knockout punch. This time, Roach is flipping the script, staying calm under pressure and sticking to his own strategy instead of reacting to every move Davis makes. His motivation is clear: legacy and proving he belongs among the best. The biggest motivation for this fight is to show the world that I'm truly one of the best fighters out there, Roach said.
It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be little clips like you see how like man him was talking and then somebody else talked like his crew. Mm-hmm. That's what get me up. Like that's what make me like, I always want to prove to somebody that I'm like.
And if he wins, everything changes, not just for him, but for his family. This fight isn't just about a title, it's about securing a future. Roach knows that beating Davis would make him a household name in training camp. He's been pushing himself harder than ever, sparring with fighters who mimic Davis's style, speed, power, and aggression. But Roach has held his own, focusing on movement, defense, and keeping the fight in the center of the ring. He knows standing still against Davis is a mistake, so he's training to stay mobile while landing sharp counters. His father, Lamont Roach Sr., has played a key role in keeping him mentally locked in, making sure every training session is about preparation, not media talk. Roach understands that Davis capitalizes on hesitation, but he refuses to give him that advantage.
Looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont, like I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good
strategy is simple: stay calm, stay sharp, and show Davis he's not intimidated. If Roach can execute that game plan, he has a real shot at breaking through the mental and physical barriers Davis usually puts up. Meanwhile, Davis has kept fans guessing with his unpredictable behavior. For months, the Baltimore fighter has made puzzling statements about his career, leaving supporters unsure of what to believe. It all started on Christmas Eve when Davis shocked everyone by suddenly claiming that his highly anticipated fight with Roach was canceled. No explanation, no clarification, just a cryptic social media post that sent the boxing world into a frenzy.
Talk to me about the mental preparation going to this fight with Lamont. Fans, they kind of sleeping on Lamont, but you know Lamont's fighting style. Y'all fought.
Yeah, people don't know him, but Lamont is a good fighter. Like he ain't no slouch. Like I fought him.
Naturally, fans started speculating. Was this another one of Tank's impulsive outbursts? Davis has a history of unpredictable behavior, but this time felt different. The timing was odd, and with no confirmation from his team, it looked like he was disrupting his own fight plans. Just when things seemed uncertain, Lamont Roach and his father stepped in to clear the air. They reassured fans that the fight was still happening as scheduled. The situation could have spiraled out of control, but both fighters stayed focused on the task ahead. Despite the brief confusion, the excitement never faded. Now, Both Roach and Davis are locked in for their March 1st showdown at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
That's close, people. So get ready for 2 fights. But yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight.
Even Roach was caught off guard by the cancellation rumors. While social media erupted with speculation, he refused to get distracted by the drama. During a recent Q&A on his YouTube channel, a fan asked him, "Why did people say the fight was canceled or that you pulled out?" Roach simply smiled and responded, "Davis is like a wild card. You never know what he's going to do next." At 29 years old, Roach has learned to block out distractions. Instead of getting caught up in the noise, he's focusing on what he can control: his training, his mindset, and his strategy.
And I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's Hawaii, and say, "Who do you want next?" And Tank's going to say, "I want all those guys." And they're going to go.
Roach has been through too much in his career to let Davis's unpredictability shake him. He knows Tank is his own man, making decisions that don't always make sense from the outside. Whether it's a last-minute tweet or a cryptic post, Davis keeps the boxing world guessing. But for Roach, it's just business. He has a fight to prepare for, and no outside noise will derail him. The mental side of boxing is just as important as the physical, and Roach is staying sharp for the biggest challenge of his career. "I don't let that stuff affect me," Roach said, making it clear that he won't get sucked into drama or rumors. Instead, he's channeling all his energy into training, knowing that a win over Davis could change his life forever.
Solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're going to execute it, and we're going to get the
Move that head, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Fight drawing closer, Roach remains locked in. His training camp is in full swing, and he's preparing for Davis with laser focus and professionalism. On the other side, Davis is also looking sharp, already close to fighting weight. Unlike some fighters like Keyshawn Davis, who cuts a lot of weight, Tank stays lean year-round. He doesn't rely on drastic weight cuts, proving he's a true lightweight rather than someone shedding pounds at the last minute. Both fighters are dialed in, setting the stage for an explosive showdown on March 1st.
The party
And
on
I'm
your
gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's his name. He was shaking on the
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
on my kids, he was shaking on his hand. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say his cap? And you gonna say
That's noticeable. Absence in Davis's camp is his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford. His silence has sparked rumors that he and Davis may have parted ways. Ford has been a key figure in Tank's career for years, so his absence hasn't gone unnoticed. Leonard Ellerb, who knows Davis well, recently addressed the situation in an interview. He also touched on Davis's recent claim that he plans to retire after 3 more fights. "I get where he's coming from," Ellerb said. "When you have kids, things change." With so much uncertainty surrounding Davis's future, the build-up to this fight is even more intriguing.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah,
don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's his name. He was shaking on the
Pops.
On my kid.
Ellerb also pointed out that Davis sees things differently now than he did 6 or 7 years ago. If he says he's retiring, we heard him. But for some people, it's never enough. No matter what you do, they always want more. He explained. He added that the pressure from fans and the demand for constant fights can be overwhelming. There's more to life than just boxing. Fans pay to see you fight, but they don't think about what happens afterward. They want more, but they don't care about your health down the road. It's a reality that many fighters face as they reach the latter stages of their careers. While Davis is still in his prime, discussions about his future add another layer of intrigue to this fight.
What? Who said that? You said what? You said what? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just cut it out. Huh? 100?
Talking about boxing's risks, Ellerb didn't hold back. Fans love the action, but they don't think about the long-term damage, he said. Fighters put their bodies through years of punishment, and the effects can last a lifetime. Davis may be at the top now, but every fight takes a toll. challengers like Cruz, De Los Santos, and Keyshawn Davis closing in. He faces a big decision: keep proving himself or step away before the damage becomes permanent. Only he knows how much more he's willing to give.
Who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumb. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't
y'all
do
talking.
shit with.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all is quiet, if y'all is loud.
He got the whole hood over there. Like, twisted up.
Roach is taking a risk by moving up in weight, but he's not backing down. His confidence and technical skills could make this a tougher fight for Davis than people expect. However, Tank's power and experience at the higher weight class give him an edge. If Roach stays disciplined, moves well, and avoids getting dragged into a slugfest, he could make this a competitive fight. But if Davis lands a clean shot, it could be a short night. Either way, this matchup has the potential to be one of the year's biggest fights. How do you see it playing out? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.